Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast. So today I'm discussing and giving my thoughts on the Transformers Collaborative Universal Monsters Frankenstein and Transformers Frankentron. The price is $35. The release date is January 1st, 2024. So now before getting into my thoughts and all the details on this figure, of course, please leave all your thoughts on this figure in the comment section below. Will you be picking it up? Will you be passing on it? And also, do you think this figure is worth that $35 price point? Because that's actually where I'm going to start off with this segment for this figure. So the price is $35. Well, if you don't know, this figure is actually using the Siege Deluxe Class Impactor as the base of the figure, or the base mold of the figure, which I thought that was a really good deluxe. There's actually been quite a bit of mileage out of that deluxe. They've actually made several repaints of that Siege one. They actually did a major retool, like 50% of the figure was changed for a Wreck and Rule Legacy Amazon exclusive pack that actually came out last year, not too long ago, end of last year, which I actually think it was probably my favorite version of the mold. I actually probably would have preferred them using that one over the original, but my point is all the versions and repaints and retools of the Siege Deluxe Class Impactor have always been priced as a deluxe, so I'm not really sure why or where this $10 increase in price is coming from, because sometimes, yes, we will get a repaint of a pre-existing figure, but it will be more for a justified reason, like maybe it'll come with, a ton of new accessories, or maybe it'll come with like a bonus figure or something like that, but I don't think that's the case with this, because it only comes with 2 accessories. While they are new and cool accessories, I don't think that justifies the $10 increase in price. So that just kind of makes me scratch my head. Please do let me know in the comments. Do you think this is worth the $10 more than it should be, or not? Are you on my side and you do not agree with that? But getting into the figure itself, it's another one of those collaboratives. We actually had another somewhat sort of monster type figure or kind of collaborative. We actually had the vampire Dracula one. I think they were using the Thundertron Mind Wipe, which was a figure in a mold from quite a while ago. I never got that figure. I think that was actually priced at what it should be. I'm pretty sure that was a deluxe originally, the Thundertron Mind Wipe, and I'm pretty sure it was also priced at a deluxe class figure. So not really sure why they're changing this one. And I'm not sure whether this figure is going to be a Target exclusive or some sort of exclusive, because from past exclusives or collaboratives, past figures or packs like these, like they made a Jurassic Park one, they actually made a second Jurassic Park one quite recently. That one's not out just yet, but both those were Amazon exclusives, and the Dracula one, that was a Target exclusive. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to be one. They do not have it listed anywhere on this page. It's supposed to be, because typically when it is, it will say, of course, limited quantities on Hasbro and of course the majority on Target, but I've yet to see that. I do know there is a Target Geek Out going on, or like a Target sort of convention thing going on, and our Hasbro date I think is supposed to be September 15th, and I did look at Target quite recently just before recording this audio. Of course, as of the time of recording this audio, it could change depending on when you're listening to this, but as the time of recording this audio, it is not on Target, so maybe whenever on September 15th, maybe they're going to be posting this, and that's when they'll officially say this is a Target exclusive, but I really don't know. But getting into the figure, it does have a lot of new molding. I will say that. That is one thing going for it. The entire head sculpt is brand new. I'm pretty sure the majority of the arm is brand new. The hands are brand new. And also the head sculpt is brand new. I'm pretty sure like the entire, I would say, lower half of the figure, like the legs, the waist, the crotch, the feet, all of that I'm pretty sure is the same. And of course it has a heavy brand new, deco or repaint. So there is quite a few new changes, which is cool. I also do like how one of the hands, I can't see the second hand, but one of the hands is actually sculpted like down, like the hand is like open but facing down. I'm unsure if you can change the position of the hand. I don't know. And I don't think it comes with that same sort of, little hook sort of spear accessory that you can attach to the hand. I don't think it also comes with that same rifle, so I think both accessories are brand new. He does come with that same shoulder cannon, but I don't really think that was ever classified as an accessory, because technically it is removable, but you're not really supposed to. So I think both the same accessories we've had before with these with this mold are gone. They are not included with this figure. But he does come with some sort of cannon, you can store it in the same, way we've actually done with the past figures. You can store it in the hand or on the forearm, which is cool. It also does come with this brand new blaster piece, which looks so awesome. That is one thing that actually kind of drives me to get this figure, because the blaster piece actually looks so cool. And I'm actually really glad they're not just, reusing the same ones we've seen like thousands of times. Like they could have easily just gotten that same Jetfire blaster piece, from Siege and just made it purple, or like a different color filler and just package it with this, but they actually have a brand new molded blaster piece. I've actually yet to see it actually removed from the blaster. I'm assuming it's not like a permanent part of the blaster. I'm assuming you can remove it, but it actually has a really nice mold to it. It's like a sort of cool kind of like purple electricity shape and design to it. And I think they should definitely reuse this for future figures. You know, they could use it for mainline, some other Amazon exclusives, some other Target exclusives. I think that'd be a really, really good idea. And the tank overall does look quite similar to the Impactor one. I'm assuming most likely the transmission will also be the same. And actually the new blaster pretty much has the same function in where it stores. Of course, you pretty much tab it in between the two arms, you know, and it becomes that front cannon. Even though it is a new mold, it pretty much has the same, you know, functionality and the same steps that you would use for the other Impactor. And you can store the main blaster piece on the cannon or the turret, which is cool. So I'm assuming most likely the transmission will be pretty much the same. I do like the really cool kind of spray painted sideways Decepticon symbol on the treads and the really cool spike pieces on the front. And I do really like the cool, interesting kind of green and black deco of the figure. It's very interesting. And the packaging looks very, very odd and interesting. Of course, it has like, you know, Frankenstein, or I guess they call him Frankentron on there. You know, he's on like kind of a little experimentation table there, and there's some really cool, crazy stuff going on in the background. And it does have the, you know, collaborative logo of Frankenstein and the Autobot symbol, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's just, it looks like a crazy figure. Again, I'm somewhat compelled to get it, but also somewhat not because the price, because I do not think this is worth $35. Maybe if I ever find it on sale, I'll give it a chance, but as of right now, I'm probably not going to get it. Maybe if I see some reviews, they'll sway my opinion on this figure, but also, I've never really been that much into the collaboratives. I don't actually think I own any collaboratives in my collection because they've never really just appealed to me. But maybe, just maybe, it could sway me. I don't know. But that's pretty much it for details on this figure. As far as the release date goes, it is January 1st, 2024. I did mention that before. I think most likely that'll change if you do see that, you know, when you're buying this and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so far away. Most likely they'll probably change it because typically with collaboratives and just figures in general, usually they do a far away date because they don't want to do an early one and disappoint people if it's delayed. So I'm thinking this will probably be maybe December or November. I could be wrong. I'm just speaking from experience because typically with the figures I get, they're usually far away, but then they come like months earlier than they actually say initially, so probably it will change. But I do hope you enjoyed this segment. Leave your thoughts on this figure in the comment section down below. Will you be picking this up or will you be passing on this new collaborative? Also, do you think this is worth $35 or are you like me where you don't think it's worth $35? I hope you enjoyed and I will see you next time.